we're going to get into another one. This channel is Poor Man's Podcast, titled Man Runs Background Check on Woman. Should be good. We're going to check out, see what's going on with it. I frequent this channel quite a bit, so at least in the past, but haven't recently. Just now getting back into it though. Should be good. All right, let's go. Okay.
She's the flight attendant whose twerking cost her dream job.
I didn't think that,
Girl doing it at work.
being so happy
That was your mistake.
could turn into something like this.
Nell Diallo was having a great time dancing and twerking in the aisle on an empty plane before an early morning flight.
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get
And
myself
put it on
hyped
video.
up
That's
for
what you did.
my day, basically.
She posted the video
And
on
put it on
TikTok
video.
along with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?" But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired
Gone.
her.
You're fired!
Another young person doesn't get the job. Now, if you follow me, you know from time to time I run deep background checks for Fortune 500 companies, some Fortune 100, some other larger companies.
Yeah, and this technology is getting stronger too, by the way. It's gotten to the point with this facial recognition stuff where they could damn near count the hairs on your hand. And it's not only companies doing it, because it's become a little bit more affordable. There are guys that are getting background checks on their wives or fiancés
Absolutely.
before they marry them. So this stuff, you could argue that it's
Need to
invasive
check
if
the
you want to,
Houghfax.
but at the end of the day, the technology is there.
They should make a
and people are
Houghfax.
using
They got a
it more and
Houghfax?
more than ever.
I ran another one
Check
today.
a Houghfax.
I mean, the very first video I ever posted, it got almost 2 million views, 1.7 million views. I don't know how many it was. Where a woman didn't get a job because of a video that she had posted online years earlier. Now the new thing is young people aren't getting their jobs because of videos that are coming up that are pretty recent.
Oh yeah, they shoot themselves in the
I
foot
just wanted
right
to
off
come
rip.
on here and just elaborate on the fact that everything you do online lasts forever.
They're gonna go to Harvard,
Every time you're in public, chances are there's a
Back
video
door.
camera facing toward you
do some house shit.
somewhere at some time.
Yep.
So this woman, another woman, interesting that most of the time it's a young woman.
Yeah,
100%,
it's
'cause they love
surprising
social
that most
media.
of the time it's young women, because women post more on
Women love social media.
than
They
men.
love being seen.
So it actually kind of makes
100%.
sense that it's usually women that get caught up with stuff like this. They post more than men.
It was up for a job at a really large company, and they asked me to do the final deep background check on her, which is a facial recognition, the voice recognition, all the crazy stuff that I
Yep.
do, all the crazy AI and technology stuff that I do.
And they just give it to them.
But
Every time you post,
a
you just
video came
give
back,
it to them.
and in this video, she's protesting, free Palestine.
Yep.
And she's saying some pretty crazy stuff about
Uh-oh.
Jewish people.
Uh-oh.
And some Jewish people are there counter-protesting, and she's saying some pretty bad stuff to them. And
Gotta be careful with that.
This was an upper management position.
Upper
she-
management? Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how old she is, but she's not a kid. She's in her late 20s, and this was going to be cool. This was probably $150,000-$160,000 all in with benefits and everything.
Sheesh.
And that's part of the issue with the radicalization of people being political now, especially in 2025. There are a lot of people, and this is on both sides, that think that they can do
Yep.
whatever they want and it's justified because what they believe is good
100%.
in their opinion. So the bad things that they do, they feel like they shouldn't be judged for because they're doing them to people who are.
And these
are
companies
bad
don't want to
people.
be involved in it at
And that's
all.
not how the world works. You're not judged based on what you believe. You're judged on how you
Absolutely.
behave. Oftentimes in the world, especially when it comes
Yep.
to getting a job.
I looked her up. I saw that she was posting about it. She actually posted about this job and about how excited she was about to get this job and how she was in the final running. And she kind of took her social media people through this. But I turned that video in today, and she's not going to get
Absolutely
that
not.
job.
Yep, cooked.
Your face
And-
represents the company.
As someone who grew up with social media and grew up with the internet and grew up with with these video phones, these video cameras. How could she do this to herself? If she wants something from someone who the owners of the company happen to be Jewish, by the way.
The irony of it all,
even
right?
make that shit up if I tried.
You might as well drive yourself to the unemployment line.
Absolutely.
And it's happening because he's saying, like, why would she do it? But it's happening because everybody thinks that they're a social media influencer. And they don't realize the inherent risk that comes with even posting on social media. People have to understand that social media is a weapon. It's weaponized
Absolutely,
against
it's a
people
weapon.
at this point. Not only can
A lot
you be
of power
judged for
behind
what
the
you
things you
post, and
post.
you will be judged for what you post, but oftentimes it keeps people up late at night because they're scrolling too much. You got a lack of sleep. And they want to take as much time from you as possible with these social media apps. And everybody think that they're a social media influencer and that they shouldn't be judged for the things that they post, or they won't be judged for the things that they post. And it's just not true. That's why I tell people, be careful about what you post. Not only on Facebook, but especially on Instagram. Because some people think that they can dress raunchy and then get taken seriously at a professional job. And oftentimes that's not how it works. You're not going to get paid $170,000 a year while you twerking online on your Instagram. You damn near giving that
100%.
information away. He ain't got to do a background check.
Damn shame.
But you're always being
All the
recorded.
time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a crowd of people or protesting and you're screaming and yelling or any of that, you're always being recorded. And I can find you. It
Travis
doesn't
Scott
matter
concert.
If the video is erased. It doesn't matter if somebody else posts the video. It doesn't
Got your
matter
own
if
video.
somebody in Timbuktu posts the video. I will find it. Facial recognition, 146 different places on your face.
Wow.
It is 99.999% accurate. It counts the hairs in your eyebrows. It counts the hairs in a square centimeter on your head. It counts the distance between your eyes, the distance here between your eyes.
Wow.
The length, your ears, how your ears line up with one another. It is scary
It is.
stuff.
It
And
sounds
we will
like
find
it.
you. You can even cover your face. It's voice recognition also. And then you put that together with different elements like me in this room, in my office. You could put this together and you could figure out where I am. You could figure out who I am.
Yeah, this technology is actually not even really surprising to me. Just recently, and I didn't even know this was a thing, but just recently I was with somebody in Gen Z and we was watching an MMA match, and they found whoever was in the match attractive, and it was somebody I didn't know
They
who it
found
was.
him?
And they did a whole background check on Google. I didn't
Wow.
even know you could do that. I must be an old goat. Maybe
That's
I'm out of
crazy.
the loop already. I'm only 29. Maybe I'm out of the loop though. I didn't even know you could do that. You could take a picture of somebody, you could screenshot a picture of them, put it into Google, and Google will pull up their
Boom,
information.
there it
for you to see.
is. Here's your
And these are
whole
normal
life.
people using this technology. So of course these companies are going to use this technology.
With this,
Here's where you went to
facial
kindergarten,
recognition,
right there,
voice
boom.
recognition and everything. It's crazy.
That's what you
guys
ate on
have
Wednesday
got
in
to stop doing this.
1998.
You're destroying your
Second
careers.
grade.
You may be destroying your lives because, again, men are running deep background checks on women before they ask them to
There you
marry
go.
them because they've become so much cheaper than they used to be.
Yeah.
They used to cost $2,500. Now they cost $1,000 or less. It depends on what level you want to go to. So all I'm saying to you, and this is all I'm going to say, is if you want something from someone else, if there's ever going to be a moment in your life where you're going to want something from someone else, stop posting shit on the internet.
Yes.
Stop getting involved in this shit that's going to make you less desirable
Yes.
as an employee or less desirable
Yes.
as a spouse.
Yeah.
So there you have it. This is a 5-minute rant.
Cut
public
that crap
service
off,
announcement,
man. Cut
whatever
it off.
you want to call it.
Turn the
Sometime
camera off.
You're gonna
You don't
want
need it.
something and you're not going to get
Go
it
enjoy
because
life.
of the way you acted. And when I was a kid, it wouldn't matter because nobody had it on video. Everyone has you on video.
Yeah.
Everyone has everything you
Yep.
do on video.
And I remember I was watching an interview of somebody in the CIA, and they were talking about invasive technologies to figure out, identify people and to figure out threats and things like that. They said with the innovation of Facebook, they don't even need to use most of the technology they have because people
They
will
just
offer
give it
the
to 'em.
information for free.
Here you go.
Where they live, where they went to high school, pictures of themselves, their political opinions. They give it all up for free. So the CIA even is starting to use social media to identify potential threats. You could say it's an invasion of privacy. But at the same time, social media is a weapon.
Sure is.
You could use a weapon in the correct way, or you could, but people can also use the weapon against you too, because they have the weapon too.
Everything you say, you have to assume you're being recorded. Just don't do it. If you want something, don't do it. You want to be successful, don't do it. You want to be an influencer and work for yourself? Fine, do whatever you want to do. but don't post any rants.
Yeah,
don't
man.
say bad things about people. Don't say bad things about your country, and certainly don't do anything sexual. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do in front of your
At all.
front of your
Cut it
parents.
off.
So
Turn the camera off. Turn the recorder off.
that's it.
I think in the future, people are going to start to value privacy.
Shoot yourself in the
I
foot.
remember I used to work for a company, a landscaping company in Vail, Colorado, and I was always wondering, why are people spending tens of thousands of dollars on trees? Why are these people from these wealthy neighborhoods buying these tall trees?
To what, hide their
planted into the
property?
ground? And it's because they respect their
yeah.
privacy. But nowadays, with everybody thinking that they're a social media influencer, people don't respect
Oh,
their
of
own
course not.
privacy. And so they're giving up the information, and this information is going to get weaponized against you. If a company is going to invest $150,000 a year into you, they're going to want to know who you are, because any good investor is going to want to know what the
Absolutely.
investment that he's making, or
Absolutely.
she's making, or they're making from the company.
Yeah, who are you? I want to
And that's
know.
something that people got to understand, especially with that OnlyFans stuff, man. I tell people right away, if you
Oh,
want to do that
whew.
OnlyFans stuff, you better hope it work out.
We ain't even talked about
Because not
OnlyFans.
only are
That's
you
crazy.
you're trading your future potential for money in the now.
Marriage,
You
imagine
better
what
be
marriage is
investing
gonna
well.
be like in
You're
like
gonna be at the line at McDonald's.
5, 10 years.
Job gonna hire you because they can find that type of stuff that you might have posted. So if you gonna do it, you better hope it
Absolutely.
work out. Don't do no trial runs, and you better go all in if you're gonna be trying to do that OnlyFans stuff, especially.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people nowadays that believe that they can behave however they want to behave because what they believe is right. And if you treat people who you believe is wrong, and you can treat people who you believe is wrong however
If you want to.
And it's going to get found and it's going to get discovered. And people are firing themselves. You might as well walk yourself to the HR office with some of the stuff people
Absolutely.
be posting. I can't tell you how many guys, especially, even just with Instagram, are saying they can't date a woman because of what she's been posting on Instagram. That's
Very telling.
It's becoming very
Very
popular for
telling.
guys to judge a woman's Instagram.
You see a
and
chick
say, I'm
online,
never gonna marry her. I'm just gonna sleep with her. And I'm
Back door, look up the
not really
Instagram,
saying
automatic.
That, but understanding that there's no longevity with this person, but we can sleep with her.
Oh yeah, she a fun time.
And so women will end up in a situation where there's a guy that's just sleeping with them and they don't even understand why. Check your
Quick.
social media. How do you present yourself? Do you present yourself like a
I don't
wife? Do you
even be on
present yourself
social
like a
media like
person
that.
who wants to be employed? Or that's ambitious about their job? How can you use this as a weapon to benefit yourself?
Even
If
then,
you're
I'm
applying
careful.
for a job, try to grow a following in the niche that
Yeah.
you're applying for. Start educating people on the niche of the job that you want. So when employers go to look up your background information, they find your TikTok where you're already talking about software engineering.
There you go.
That's how you can
There
use
you
this
go.
weapon to your benefit. Till next time.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. Yeah, man, definitely got to be careful. Definitely got to be careful as to what you put online. That stuff follows you. And with technology advancing as much as it does now, they can find your voice. They can find your face. Even if you didn't create the video yourself, just your face, just the schematics of your face, they can find you. Boom. There you go, twerking at a Travis Scott concert. Oh, there you go, twerking on a Cardi B concert. There you go. That's your face right there, right? Oh, there go your coworker. She right next to you. We see that too. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you gotta be careful. People are just way too careless, man. Way too careless. And it's gonna catch up with them sooner than they think. Way sooner than they think. So, just be careful, man. Be careful what you put out there in the world. Because if I'm an employer, or I'm a person of significance in your life at that moment, and I go to do a background check on you, and I hire some people to do a background check, a thorough one, because of my company and its image and what we decide to put out in the world, and I find something that's not too savory, sorry, all the credentials in the world ain't gonna make me want to pick you because of how you move. How you move says a lot in the world. So, best of luck to those people. But yeah, great video overall. Poor Man's Podcast, great stuff. Love it. Definitely going to continue to react to some of this stuff. You should too. Check it out. But yeah. Anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. And catch you guys on the next one. Peace.